Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today I'm talking Bling Empire, Season 1, Episode 6, The Other Side. Now, I realize this episode is probably coming out about a week after this news drops, but they just announced there's going to be a Bling Empire Season 2. I can't wait. I'm very happy. I've really enjoyed this season. Now, I gotta say, this was probably my least favorite episode of the season, but it's still good. We're going to talk about it. Let's get into what happened. So, we start off at Anna Shea's house, her estate in Beverly Hills. She decided that she was going to have a yoga instructor come over and teach her and Kane and, oh gosh, what's that? Florent. I never remember that guy's name. Florent, the random guy from France that she's friends with. He's going to teach them how to do yoga. In my notes, I'll just say I have Anna put on a bra. That's not something I would normally notice, but Anna is, she just put on a bra, Anna. Okay, so Christine arrives, and totally inexplicably, she is wearing just the most high maintenance outfit. I mean, she's always wearing a high maintenance outfit, but I mean, take a look at this. This is her yoga outfit, just saying. I thought, oh, maybe she didn't know they were doing yoga, but maybe I missed it. I think she knew they were doing yoga. I don't know. She ends up borrowing a pair of leggings from Anna, and then she proceeds to mock the leggings she borrowed from Anna. I mean, just such a shit. So, Anna is shocked that Christine called her out at the party. So remember last episode, Christine had that leather and Botox or bondage and Botox party. So she made some joke about anal. She called Anna out, and Anna's not too happy about it. Christine makes the instructor help her with her boots. I know that's a silly little note, but I noticed it and it bugged me. Anyway, they ended up doing some strip moves. It's silly. It went from yoga to like stripping. Cool. Let's go over to Kevin. Kevin in his undies. Hello, Kevin. Can you film every scene like this, please, Kevin? Wow. Okay, lost my train of thought there. Kevin was chanting, and when Kane sees him, he's like, no, dude, this is disrespectful. Talking about chanting in your underwear. You don't wear your undies to church. So I love that Kane has this strong stance on this. So, unfortunately, Kevin puts on pants. Boo. But he does manage to leave his shirt off. Yay. Okay. So while he's sitting here like this, he gets into the very deep subject. As we know, he was adopted. And he pulls out papers because he reached out to the agency who he was adopted through. And unfortunately, they do not have info about the circumstances of his adoption. He was listed as an abandoned child. Oh my God, you guys, like it broke my heart. I'm so confused because I'm so turned on by Kevin, and then I see that and I hear that, and I'm just like, oh my God, no. Anyway, so Kane has a suggestion that he goes to Korea. We'll see what happens there. Kevin wants to know why he was given up. Okay, then we go over to Cherie. I think I'm saying her name right. Cherie's house. Remember, it's Cherie and Jessie. They're engaged. I think, no, maybe they're not engaged yet. They're boyfriend, girlfriend. She has a promise ring from him. They have 2 children. She just had their second baby. The little girl's name is Jador, and the little boy's name is Javon. Cherie is cleaning out the room. Unfortunately, her mother passed away. Sounds like it was very unexpected. She was very young. She passed away. Again, guys, this was a heavy episode. So Cherie is cleaning out the room. She's looking for closure and wants to know when she'll see her mother again. Oh, you guys, it broke my heart. So Kane, of course, is a practicing Buddhist, and so he believes in reincarnation, so he came over to kind of talk with her about this, help her deal with her emotions, that sort of thing. I love Kane. I want to be best friends with Kane. Then we go to the most frustrating part of the episode. We got Andrew. I hate that guy. Have I not said that enough? I hate this guy. I say it every time. Kelly, I do not understand her. I do not understand what she sees in him. I feel bad for her, but then I think, no, she's doing it to herself. It's so weird. She's a gorgeous, smart, beautiful. I mean, she's got everything. I don't understand why she's going back to this douchebag. So If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to, episode 2, where maybe it's the first episode where he's just completely verbally abusive. He's an asshole. We hate him. She's conflicted, thinks maybe this time he'll change. That's a really healthy way to think about things. He's wearing a shirt that says "Love Sucks," which he thinks is funny. Okay. I don't know. She's like, oh, this is a once-in-a-lifetime love, and he's saying things like that, and she's eating it up, and they're hugging, and they start kissing, and it's just like, ugh, God, no. Are you crazy? Call a girlfriend. Do something. Do not get with this guy. So back to Cherie. Okay. So she calls up Kane, and she's super excited because Tyler Henry, does he call himself a psychic, the medium, whatever he was, it was on E, is coming to her house. And so we see Tyler Henry come over. Now, I've never watched his show. I know a little about him. I don't think I've ever seen him do a reading. All I have in my notes is this guy is so much Macaulay Culkin. So much Macaulay Culkin vibes. So apparently he gets feelings, vibes, whatever it is, from scribbling on a paper. It helps him focus. You guys, if you're into this sort of thing, cool. I definitely believe that people can have feelings about things, can read energies, things like that. I just don't know if I believe this so much. I don't know. He did seem to know some stuff. If we want to pretend like it's all real, I'm fine with that. She hands him an item that was important to her mother. And, of course, he picks up that, it's a parent passing and it's premature. And, grandma passed and your daughter was too. And she's, of course, this is so sentimental to her. She starts crying and she is trying to figure out when they'll be reunited again. And he says, well, don't be surprised. You're going to see your daughter. She'll show you a sign. The daughter will continue. She'll be a part. Sorry, the mom will be a part of your life. She'll communicate through your daughter. She'll be a part of your children's life. And, regardless of my feelings, if that helps Cherie deal with this, then great, Okay, so beach day, the group is there. We see Chanel paddles because, of course, they have Chanel, whatever, paddles, badminton, whatever they're playing, ping pong paddles. Must be nice. Jamie's there. I can't get a read on Jamie. She's kind of in and out of the episodes. This is one here in the pink leggings. I don't understand her outfit. She says things like, the beach isn't my thing. It's not my favorite place, but I need content for Instagram. What? What a weird reason to go hang out with your friends. Kevin and Kelly are there. They decide to go for a walk. Now, remember, they went dancing. I want them to get together so bad, but then I think Kelly doesn't deserve my Kevin. They go for a walk, and she's like, yeah, let's be friends. So, of course, he's such a nice guy, but he's not over the moon to hear that. So, okay, if I can break, I don't like to break reality here for a second and say this just felt contrived to me. I think this was a storyline to keep things interesting. I think she never had any intention to be with him, and I'm sure he finds her attractive and stuff, but I don't think he's like, oh, she's the love of my life, I'm missing out. I just don't think it's all that dramatic. Maybe it is. I don't know. I wish they'd get together, but I also think he's so much better than she is, especially because she keeps going back to Andrew. Anyway, so he's bummed because she wants to be friends, and but he's still so sweet. Okay, so Cherie, back at her house, she goes to find her daughter Adore. And Adore, this sweetest little girl, she's so cute, says she's talking to Grandma. You guys, even if this is staged, like I may or may not have cried right here. She says Javon is Grandma. So again, is it Hinduism, Buddhism? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Reincarnation is a thing that they believe. So she told her mom when her mom was at the hospital, if she wants to come back as Javon, that she'll take care of her and she can grow up with Jador. Oh my gosh, you guys. Again, so touching, so sweet. She obviously really loved her mom and she loves her kids, and it's so sweet to see, but also heartbreaking and hard to watch. So then Kane comes over to have lunch with Cherie. He is also Buddhist, and he believes in reincarnation. He explains kids can see things that parents can't see. She tells him about Jador seeing grandma, and he totally believes in it. He thinks this is definitely a thing that can happen. The funny part to me is he got to hold baby Javon, and the baby took a huge dump while Kane was holding him. Kane freaked out, ran away. I thought it was pretty funny. Okay, so this part I really tried to watch. Kevin goes to a hypnotherapist. Okay. And she gets him to feel like what it felt like to be a kid going through this. And he starts crying and saying he felt scared and lonely. And honestly, I couldn't handle it. So I fast forwarded. Don't hate me. So I'm going to skip this part because it's just too much. And I feel so bad for Kevin. So then we're back to Cherie. Cherie calls her partner Jessie. He's out of town. So they FaceTime. And she tells him about her feeling that baby Javon may be reincarnated, maybe her mom reincarnated. So he doesn't seem as keen on the idea as she is. She has this line where she says it makes her feel weird about breastfeeding him. I don't know what to say about that. Moving on. So then Kevin goes to meet up with Kim and her mom for lunch. So remember, Kim's thing is she hasn't had a relationship with her dad in a long time, doesn't know anything about him anymore, where he is, what he's up to. He's not involved in her life. So Kevin sometimes shares this whole journey about finding his finding his birth parents, that sort of thing. So he talks to her about it, and it's like he comes to the conclusion. He says he's just going to be happy with the parents who raised him, his adoptive parents, his mom. Kim's mom then talks about raising Kim and what it was like to do it on her own. I really like Kim's mom. She makes me laugh sometimes, and she can be serious like this. Still not a big fan of Kim. Kim's mom talks about being a good person and believing in karma, and then I think, maybe you should advise your daughter that. Didn't she just go through Anna's house and just wasn't nice about it? We'll say that. So maybe advise your daughter on the karma thing. Just a thought. And finally, we go over to Cherie and Jessie's house. Jessie's come home from being out of town. She's talking about letting go of the feeling that her mom is Javon, so she's ready to move on from that. Jessie helps her. He says he's there to help her untie the feelings, and sometimes I think he can be a little bit flippant about her, the little bit we've seen, but he seems to truly love her, and they seem to truly love each other. I don't know why. I'm fascinated by her. They have so much money. It's so interesting to me. I want to know. I want to see her closet. I want to see her lifestyle. I want to see more about her. But he's trying to tell her, look, your mom could be in the room with us right now. And he said he loves to make her happy, and it's the most amazing feeling in the world. And the episode leaves off very sweetly. They end up flashing in memory of Cindy, her mother. And like I said, it wasn't that was touching. I shouldn't say that. It was very touching. It just wasn't my favorite episode. I like this show because of the opulence and the wealth and the ridiculous ways that they spend money and the ridiculous amount of money that they have. And this episode is a little deeper, but okay, we did this. Let's see what else happens. Let's see, this was episode 6. I believe there's 8 maybe in the series. We'll see. So let's finish these out and we can get ready for season 2. I have no idea when that'll be out, but I'll be covering it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.